Imagine saying, I do, surrounded by blooming flowers, the soft hum of nature all around. A garden wedding is pure magic. But how do you make your decor match this enchanting setting? From twinkling lights in trees to delicate floral centerpieces, possibilities are endless. Why stick to traditional when the great outdoors allows for creative flair? Think about hanging lanterns, vintage string lights, and rustic wooden signs guiding your guests through leafy paths. The right choices can transform a routine event into a fairy tale experience. Imagine hypnotizing lights dancing along a garden path, guiding guests gently with their glow. Twinkling fairy lights strung overhead create an ethereal ambiance. Wooden stumps, adorned with flickering candles, add rustic charm. This setup transforms mere steps into an enchanting invite to celebration. A practical hurdle, potential wind, secure the candles. Rustic outdoor arches bring an enchanting glow to garden weddings. Picture an arch adorned with flowing white fabric, gently swaying in the breeze like a serene sail afloat. Wooden beams and lush greenery blend seamlessly with nature's palette. But don't forget, winds may test your setup, so secure it well. Consider accessorizing with charming mason jar lanterns for twilight magic. The soft glow adds romance, illuminating sweet moments under your arch. Yet, while fairy lights add allure, monitor their positioning to avoid tangled chaos. Who knew creating such whimsy could hinge on careful string light acrobatics? Think elegance with a sprinkle of fairy dust. Picture this: a simple garden turned into a dinner wonderland. String lights crisscross overhead, casting a warm glow that dances with the evening breeze. Tables adorned with wildflowers create a rustic yet classy feel. The ambiance? Pure magic with a whisper of nature's charm. For a personal touch, use mismatched vintage china and delicate glassware. It speaks a secret language of timeless beauty. Though enchanting, remember, practicality knocks. Consider weather-worn furniture or spots of uneven ground, potential wedding day spoilers, unless addressed with thoughtful planning. However, that's all part of the fun. Imagine treading down a wildflower path filled with dreams. Admire the pastel blooms softly swaying, each step feeling like a whisper from nature itself. Wildflowers often need less water, naturally thriving, making them eco-friendly choice. But mind-wandering bees, it's the easiest way to get a buzz in your photos. Imagine guests greeted by a boho welcome sign adorned with pressed flowers. A blend of wildflowers and elegant typography sets the tone for a dreamy garden wedding. Such displays invite visitors to step into a romantic atmosphere. Why choose ordinary when your entrance can bloom with enchantment? Pressed flowers offer more than beauty. They're eco-friendly. Instead of mass-produced decor, use flowers from your garden. Preserve them in advance to exude nature's vibe. Guests often remember the unique touches, and your sign will make it love at first sight. Will your entry captivate with flair or fade into the ordinary? Think of this: friends gathered around tables, complete with lace tablecloths, porcelain dishes, and vintage vases. Add a dash of fun with instant cameras. Guests capture moments, printing them right away. The instant photos make sweet keepsakes and add an interactive flair to the nostalgic setting. Remember candid joy? It's right there. While budgets can be tight, a focus on creativity helps. Consider sourcing vintage items from thrift shops. These add character without denting your wallet. Instant cameras, though not wallet-friendly on film costs, delight guests by capturing moments that might otherwise be missed. It's DIY magic and timeless treasure. Let's spice up your garden wedding with a mirror seating chart. Add lush blooms around the edges for that wow factor. It's eye-catching and practical, showing guests where to sit. Balance elegance with nature's beauty. This installation radiates charm effortlessly amid green surrounds, sparking conversation instantly. Think fairy tales. Hanging lanterns from robust oak branches can cast a warm, inviting glow that transforms a garden into a dreamy wonderland. Fairy lights enhance this atmosphere, twinkling like stars above. LEDs work wonders, cutting costs and saving energy. Try mixing lantern sizes for depth and texture, an easy win. Do watch for windy weather. It can transform lanterns into makeshift wind chimes. Secure them well. And don't forget safety. LEDs stay cool, avoiding accidental foliage fires. Safety first, folks. Use rechargeable batteries to ditch single-use waste. Altogether, it sets the scene for a breathtaking celebration under the starry night. Picture wooden logs as natural centerpieces on your garden wedding dining tables. Rustic and elegant, they add charm. Create depth with clustered candles of various heights atop. This simple elegance complements any color palette, inviting an organic feel. Ensure they're unscented to prevent overpowering the venue's natural fragrance. Worried about practicality? Fear not. Sturdy logs resist wind better than lightweight decor. Pair them with greenery or delicate wildflowers for added visual interest. Concerned about safety? Opt for battery-operated candles to remove any fire risks. Your reception will glow with warmth and whimsy. Imagine an ethereal ceiling covered with cascading leaves and tendrils. The allure of hanging greenery transforms any space into a whimsical outdoor haven. Add twinkling fairy lights or gentle lanterns interspersed within the foliage. It paints a romantic scene that stays in your guests' memories forever. Opt for live plants if possible. They offer an unmatched, fresh aroma. Some lighting setups can add a hefty expense depending on complexity. Nevertheless, the enchantment created by this delightful blend of nature and light is well worth the outlay. After all, isn't a wedding about casting a spell of love and beauty? Imagine tables brimming with wildflower arrangements, their untamed beauty celebrated on rustic wooden surfaces. These vibrant blooms create an effortlessly enchanting atmosphere. Wildflowers don't just look pretty, they're budget-friendly too. Why pay top dollar for roses when daisies and lavender dance across your tables at half the cost? Consider sustainability. Wildflowers often require less water and pesticides. Rustic tables, perhaps repurposed barnwood, boost the environmental factor. Each crack in the wood adds character, unlike manufactured sterile alternatives. Your guests will feel the magic when surrounded by such a natural ambiance. Isn't that priceless? Imagine your garden glowing softly, with string lights weaving their gentle magic above a rustic buffet. Wooden crates and woven baskets make excellent stands for dishes. Mason jars filled with twinkling firefly lights enhance the mood. This setup is both charming and practical for a memorable gathering. Wicker chairs, bordered by potted herbs or fragrant flowers, provide inviting seating. And who doesn't love the aroma of sizzling barbecue under the stars? Offer home-style comfort with wooden utensils and recycled paper napkins. Your guests will feel they've stumbled into a warm, inviting oasis right in your backyard. Imagine guests quenching their thirst from a charming wheelbarrow brimming with ice-cold refreshments. This rustic touch speaks volume. Filled to the brim with chilled beverages, it's both delightfully functional and fun. However, be cautious of potential leaks. A liner can solve that hiccup with ease. Garden magic awaits. Consider decorating your aisle with vibrant blooms and plenty of green life. Flowers envelop guests in a delightful aroma, and lush leaves can make anyone feel like they're in a secret garden setting. The key is variety. Mix roses, wildflowers, or even eucalyptus for contrast. Want the path to be less predictable? Throw in some fairy lights or lanterns for a twilight glow. Imagine the magic, a small garden wedding reception with string lights casting a warm glow. Picture lights strung between trees, dancing in the breeze. Such ambiance can turn any garden into a fairy tale escape. String lights need consistent power sources. Ensure outlets are handy to avoid last-minute stress. Imagine a tablescape under the stars. Soft linens drape across the table, with delicate blooms as charming centerpieces. Golden candle holders, warm and elegant, cast an ethereal glow, sparking romance. Yet too many accessories might clutter, so remember, the art lies in elegant simplicity. Edwards Deming would approve. Balance is key. Embrace sophistication with pastel-toned dresses for the bridal party. They radiate elegance and serene vibe. Imagine your bridesmaids twirling under cheek parasols, perfect for outdoor settings. Parasols not only add charm, but offer practical sun protection. Who wouldn't want a touch of shade on a sunny day? Select parasols to match the dress shades for a coordinated look. Choose materials that scream class, like lace or silk. However, consider the weather. A sudden downpour may turn satin into a soggy mess. Always have a backup plan. Imagine gifting your guests charming seed packets as treasures to remember your magical day. Arrange them in vintage crates or cute baskets. It's like giving a tiny garden to take home. Your guests will love this eco-friendly touch while remembering your celebration as their plants bloom year after year. Think outside the traditional box. Use miniature easels with seed packets displayed like pieces of art. This adds a quirky splash to any table or corner. Consider using packets with illustrations or personal messages to make every guest feel cherished. Doesn't that sound delightful? Imagine a wedding cake stripped bare and decked with vibrant berries and vivid flowers. This style celebrates simplicity and natural beauty. It's both fashionable and feels homemade, bringing a touch of rustic charm. Easy to personalize, it can reflect seasonal elements or your color theme flawlessly. Imagine guests gathering to savor refreshing drinks at a bohemian-style lemonade bar. Fill crystal-clear dispensers with citrus-infused mysteries, accompanied by rustic jars brimming with fresh mint, basil, and rosemary. Encourage guests to concoct their own zestful creations, elevating the joie de vivre of your garden wedding with a sensory splash. Imagine gifting guests vibrant potted plants as wedding favors. These lush beauties thrive long after the party ends and add a personal touch without draining your budget. Add handwritten chalkboard signs to label each plant. Doesn't a heartfelt message or couple's name elevate simplicity to elegance? Picture the joy of a garden wedding with lush florals and twinkling lights. Consider fairy lights dancing overhead and flowers cascading over tables. Lanterns and vintage rugs sprinkled around can add a splash of whimsy and warmth. Why not include themed decorations? Think antique candelabras paired with charming mason jars. Encourage guests with personalized seed packets as wedding favors. Let nature's elegance be the backdrop, creating memories that last a lifetime.